Hello?
It's recording.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Just like to have that confirmation since sometimes things don't do what they're supposed to do. So welcome to the December meeting of the Washington State Human Rights Commission. This is going to be a slightly different meeting than usual. We need to get through this first part as quickly as possible. Thank you for being here. And could we have the roll call, please?
Yes. Chair Deborah Cook.
Present.
Commissioner Guadalupe Gamboa.
Present.
Commissioner James Moore.
Present.
Commissioner Jess Spey.
Good morning, present.
Executive Director Sharon Ortiz.
Present.
Deputy Director Cheryl Strobert.
Present.
Assistant Attorney General Sharon James.
Present.
Assistant Attorney General Kristen Lanson.
Present.
Okay, and if anyone would like to identify themselves for the record.
Celine Garcia. Celine Garcia, Customer Service Specialist.
Thank you.
Susan Dampolo, Assistant Attorney General.
Thank you. And we can begin.
All right, thank you so much. All right, we do have a brief agenda for the public meeting, and the next item is the approval of the minutes for the November 18th meeting, and I believe also we received the minutes for the special meeting held on, December 8th, I think. So is there a motion to just accept the minutes as submitted?
Jeff Space, so moved.
Thank you. Is there a second? Thank you. All right. And is there any discussion of the minutes? Okay, hearing none. All in favor of accepting the minutes as submitted, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Excellent, as always. All right. The next item on our agenda is the case closures. And I believe there were no cases pulled this time, and so the whole docket of cases is there. And is there a motion to accept the case closures as submitted?
Chair Cook, this is Sharon.
Yes.
I would request that the commissioners would vote on another case separately at the end of the day. We just got word from the Civil Rights Unit that they got a consent decree and a settlement in a case. And so if at the end of the meeting we could just quickly vote on that, and Cheryl will present it to you, the facts.
Sure, we can do that when we return from the executive session, right?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, but let's go ahead and take care of the rest of the cases since we're here at this point. So I would entertain a motion to accept the cases as submitted.
Commissioner Moore, so moved.
Thank you.
Jeff Space, second.
Thank you so much. Is there any discussion? All right, thank you. Then all in favor of accepting the cases as submitted, please say aye.
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 Thank you so much. All right, do we have any public comment? I don't believe we actually have any members of the public that are not part of staff. All right. Thank you so much. Now, the next item on the agenda is going to be the interviews, and for that purpose, the commission will be going into executive session. We will move into executive session to evaluate the qualifications of applicants for the public employment, the executive director position pursuant to RCW 4230-110 1G. We anticipate the executive session will actually go until, probably close to 2:30 p.m. all in all. And we do expect to return, actually I think we should say that we're going to return at 2:40 because that will give us a little bit of time for any discussion following the interviews. So I think we will return. We'll reconvene at 2:40 p.m. If more time is needed for the executive session, we will reconvene a little bit later, and we'll let you know. So we'll be reconvened to public session at 2:40, and if we require additional time in executive session, we will anticipate that in advance and come back at that time and advise. I believe that I will, just before we go to that, I will ask if there's any other business that needs to be conducted now in the public meeting before we adjourn to the first place for our executive session. During the executive, yes.
A clarification question. So when we reconvene at 2:40, will we then vote on who we want to hire?
No, we will actually vote on who we want to move forward to the next part of the process. We have 5 applicants, and and we need to determine how many of those applicants we want to move forward on, follow up on, and perhaps have a second interview, what that process will look like. So we will have discussion of that. So we will undoubtedly vote on something, but I don't think we'll be voting on the final hire because I don't think we'll have enough information for that. But we will be narrowing the pool with today's activity.
And we need to stay on this line for executive session. Because the others are Teams meetings, and they don't. The first one starts at 9.
Oh, I think you can join them anytime you want to, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, we can stay here for executive session. That's fine.
I just want to be safe.
Sure. No. I'm worried about all this going back and forth to all these team meetings and everything. So.
Me too. I'm available, and if there's any technical problems, call me, and I'll get assistance. So.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm not sure. I'm not a Teams expert even slightly. I'm a Zoom person, so I don't know if this doesn't work well. I don't know how to do it. Okay. So let's go ahead and begin. Are there any other questions? Did that answer your question, Commissioner? And are there any other questions? Okay. All right. So yeah, we will be hearing about the additional case when we return. We will be discussing and voting on any narrowing of the candidate pool, and we'll probably talk about next steps a little bit to decide how we want to proceed with that. Okay, so let's go into executive session then. So first of all, to begin the executive session, we have a report on personnel from our Assistant Attorney General. And so if you'd like to go ahead with that. Yeah.
Chair Cook, don't we need to make that statement about going into executive session?
Yeah, I thought I did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I missed it.
I can do that again. Well, I may have not. I think it's time. Yes, it's time. So I'd like to reconvene the meeting of the commission. And are we recording?
Yes, we are.
Thank you so much. All right. Then I'd like to reconvene the meeting. And in the executive session, which we just completed, we interviewed candidates for the position of executive director. No actions were taken, no votes were taken, and no other matters were discussed because we didn't have time to discuss other matters. So we couldn't have, but we wouldn't have. So we didn't. The issue that we have before us as a result of that executive session is that we actually do need an opportunity to review together what we learned during the interviews before we could make any kind of vote about whom to move forward. So given that we have the meeting requirements that we do, and we would have to have another executive session for that, we have looked at calendars and would propose that we could have another executive session for the purpose of continuing to consider the applicants for the executive director position on Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. We have already kind of tentatively set that up, but we would need to ratify that with a motion here. And Colleen has actually set that meeting up for us, so we're in motion if we agree to do it. So I would entertain a motion that we call a special meeting of the Human Rights Commission for the purpose of conducting an executive session to continue to consider the applicants that we have.
This is Jeff Space, so moved.
Okay, is there a second?
I second it.
All right, is there any discussion? Okay, then all those in favor of calling a special meeting for Tuesday, the 21st of December at 2:30 p.m. Say aye.
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 And any opposed? Okay, so that's as far as we can go with that until we've had an opportunity to spend a little bit more time together. So now, Sharon, you wanted to report to us on an additional case.
Yes, actually Cheryl's going to present.
Okie dokie.
I believe she's also emailed you the closing documents.
Actually, this is
I haven't
Cheryl.
seen that yet.
I have not emailed the closing documents. What I can do, if that's acceptable, is to summarize, or I can read the case memorandum, whichever is preferable.
I think a summarizing would be okay.
Okay. So this is the matter of Jody Marks Cook versus Cedars Mobile Manor. Our case number is 17HD0259-20-1. This matter involved a complaint by complainant in which she alleged that after she filed a code violation against the respondent, that he would no longer allow her to park her vehicle where she was parking it for several years. She is a person with a disability. And so ultimately she was required to pay for off-site parking, which was for a period of time, for about a year's time she was doing that since she could not park near her home. She also alleged that the respondent made disparaging remarks regarding her, that she was crazy, that she was nuts, that her communications were hysterical ravings, and that she was seeking preferential treatment when she was requesting reasonable accommodation to park her vehicle near her home instead of off-site. Ultimately, in June, the investigation was completed and RC finding was approved. The commission tried to resolve this matter through conciliation, but that was not successful. Ultimately, election letters went out to the parties asking whether they wanted to have the matter heard before an administrative law judge or they wanted to go to Superior Court. Both ended up indicating they wanted to go to Superior Court. The Attorney General's office once again attempted conciliation prior to hearing, and a consent decree was entered this past Monday, the 13th of December. And the terms of that agreement are that respondent pay complainant $4,000 in monetary damages for the time that she had to park off-site and pay for parking, that complainant receive permanent parking in front of her home as she had previously, been using, and that the respondent implement non-discrimination and reasonable accommodation policies for the mobile home park and distribute those to all current and new tenants at the park. And additionally, the consent decree required that they notify the Attorney General's office for a period of 3 years if there are any disability, allegations of disability discrimination. And so those are the major terms of the agreement, and we would ask that the Commission consider that for approval.
All right. Is there any discussion? I would entertain a motion to accept this case, approve the case.
I so move.
Just because I had issues hearing, what's the period of time again? How many years?
For 3 years,
3 years.
They would report any allegations of disability discrimination to the Attorney General's office so that they could be reviewed and, in monitoring this consent decree.
Okay, thank you. My speaker's cut out. Yes, so moved.
Okay. All right. It's been moved and seconded that we would accept this additional case, approve this additional case. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Great. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Is there any additional business to come before the Commission for today? All right, then I would wish everyone a happy holiday, although we will be reconvening again. I guess we'll have at our special meeting on Tuesday afternoon. Thank you all. It's been a long day. Appreciate everyone's commitment and faithfulness to the process, and we will see everyone next week at the special meeting. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, everyone.